Henry and Gordon were lonely when Thomas left the yard to run his branch line. They missed him very much. They had more work to do and had to fetch their own coaches. They didn't like that. James grumbled too. "We get no rest, they said. But the coaches only laughed. You're lazy and slack, they answered. Altogether, the engines were causing the Fat Controller a great deal of trouble. Both stations at the end of the line each had a turntable. The Fat Controller made them so that the tender engines can be turned round, because it is dangerous for them to go fast backwards. Tank engines like Thomas don't need turntables. They can go just as backwards as forwards. But to hear Gordon talk, he thought that the Fat Controller had given him a tender just to show him how important he was. You don't understand, little Thomas. We tender engines have a position to keep up. It doesn't matter where you go, but we are important. And for the Fat Controller to make his shunt trucks fetch coaches and go on some of those dirty sidings, it's not the proper thing. Thomas chuckled and went off with Annie and Clarabelle. Disgraceful, Gordon hissed, and ran backwards to the turntable. The turntable was at a windy place close to the sea, and if it was not on it just right, it put it out of balance and made it difficult to turn. Today Gordon was in a bad temper, and the wind was blowing fiercely. His driver tried to put him in the right place, but Gordon wasn't trying. The fireman tried to turn the handle, but Gordon's weight and the strong wind prevented him. It's no good, said his driver at last. Your tender upsets the balance. If you were a nice tank engine, you would be all right. Now you had to pull the last train backwards. Look, called some boys, there's a new tank engine. Oh, it's just Gordon back to front. Hello, called Thomas. Plain tank engines? Sensible engine. Take my advice, scrap your tender and have a nice bunker. Gordon said nothing. Even James laughed when he saw him. Take care, hissed Gordon, you might stick too. No fear, chuckled James. I'm not so fat as you. I mustn't stick, thought James. He went on just the right way to balance the table. It can now move easily. Gordon arrived in time to see everything. James turned in much too easily. He span around like a top. He couldn't stop. Well, well, said Gordon, are you playing roundabouts? Poor James, feeling quite giddy, he rolled off to the shed without a word. That night, the three engines had an indignation meeting. It's shameful to treat tender engines like this. Gordon has to go backwards and people think he's a tank engine. James spins round like a top and everyone laughs at us. And to add to that, the Fat Controller always makes us shunt in dirty sidings. Blech! Listen, said Gordon. He told the other engines. We'll do it tomorrow. The Fat Controller will look silly. The engines had decided to go on strike.